What is happening with the Rolex prices? What is happening with the market? Is Rolex still the king of the market? Luxury watches are not only a passion, they can also represent a safe investment. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Good morning, watch collectors from all over the world. Welcome back to my desk with some of the most sought after and hottest Rolex watches. We all know what happened in the last years with the Rolex market. From 2020 to 2022, beginning of the year, we saw something incredible, pricing raising every month more, until reaching an unjustifiable price. It was absolutely crazy. I remember when some customers bought a white dial Rolex Daytona Serrachrome bezel for 52,000 euros. Well, that was really crazy. So what happened from February, March 2022 until now? Prices dropped and there was a market crash, and it was reasonable, and allow me to say that it was healthy, because finally we could get rid of many of the speculators that got closer to the market because they saw a very easy earning of money. So basically, for those years, Rolex watches meant easy money. And watch flippers were all over the places. They went to an ID and they had the chance to buy at retail price, and they just crossed the street and sold for 2-3 times the price of their watches they just bought. So what is happening today? In the last month, I can let you know my point of view, and what I see is a market which is quite stable. For sure, we saw many differences comparing to last year. For example, we were all waiting for watches and wonders, and we were thinking that something extraordinary happened. Reality of fact, nothing so special happened, because with the discontinuation of many of the Rolex Daytonas, with the discontinuation of the Rolex Daytonas and the new models introduced, the prices of discontinued Rolex Daytonas didn't really go up, not at all. In fact, they went a little bit down, if I can say. And also, before Watches and Wonders, there was no this craziness about what was going to be discontinued, and price raising for some, for some watches that were supposed to go out of production. This didn't happen. I remember in 2022, when rumors said that the Rolex Daytona John Mayer 116508 was going to be discontinued, prices were crazy. I think it reached almost 150,000 euros. This year it went out of production, and probably was one of the watches that had the biggest raise in price. But then after week, prices went down a little bit, but still I think this watch is one of the most collectible today. Certainly it's one of the most sought after Rolex Daytonas of the latest years. For sure, one of my favorite models. And what can I say about the other watches? The Oyster Flex Daytonas didn't go up in price, and we still have to see what's going to happen in the market when we see the new models consigned at the Rolex AD. So far, we only saw something about the new GMT Master, yellow gold with the Jubilee bracelet. We saw the first examples around, and we saw the first examples in the grey market. At the very beginning, prices were crazy. I saw something for 100,000 euros. Now in the main platforms, I can see prices that go from 50,000 to 70,000. So absolutely, it is so difficult to give a value. I guess for watch dealers is more marketing than a real sale, because the retail price of this watch is 39,200. So for the new GMT Master in yellow gold, we still have to see the impact on the on the secondary market of the new Daytonas, for example, and the Oyster Perpetual and the other novelties from Rolex. So we look forward to seeing what's going to happen. What can I say about the other watches? We really have to be honest and say some models like the Air King or like the Yacht Master certainly are very cool. I love the Air King, for example, but there was a real craziness and madness about it before it went out of production. The reference 116900 went out of production last year, and the new reference 126900 came into the new catalogs, and people were getting crazy before Watches and Wonders for having one of these. Prices reached, I think, 15,000, 16,000 euros or even more. Now the market price of this discontinued reference is around 8,000 euros. Probably there is more interest for the new reference. Also, the Yacht Master, over the years, it was not a very hot watch. Certainly a very interesting watch for sailors and a cool watch, but not an investment piece. But there was madness for it as well. Now prices went down again, and it's not so difficult anymore to find these kind of pieces at an AD. So people can certainly wait some months to have one. Rolex increased the production. They are building new factories. They are working hard to supply the demand. Another watch which is very interesting to buy today is the 50th anniversary Sea Dweller with the red Sea Dweller on the dial. This was very hot just at the time that, well, all Rolex watches were so hot, but was a little bit underestimated comparing to the Submariners, for example. This we can find on the secondary market for around 15,000 euros, while the retail price is around 13,000. Very interesting investment piece from my point of view. What can we say about the Pepsi? The Pepsi has been a huge protagonist of the Rolex market. The retail price of it is around 10,500 euros, more or less. I can't remember exactly. The market price is around 20,000, so still double. 1 year ago, 1 year and a half ago, it was triple. It reached 30,000 euros, which was crazy for a new example, I know. But still, this is the demonstration that the Rolex watch is certainly a good investment. But the fact is that we really need to change our mentality, to change the concept. So it's not anymore that we buy a Rolex watch for speculation, we cross the street and we sell for double or triple its value, but it's something that we buy for passion. And it's good to know that many of these are also investment pieces, because we all like to have in our hands items that increase in value over the years. So I think the base is changing our mind. Well, not our, because my mind has never been this, but your mind, or most collectors' mind. What would I buy today? I would buy the so-called new vintage models. So the famous 5 digits. So those Rolex models with 5 numbers in the reference. For example, this Submariner 16610 is a perfect example of what I call an investment piece. This watch costs around 10,000, 10,500 euros, more or less, but it's in excellent condition and super full set. This is what I call an investment piece, because it keeps raising over the years. And it's the continuity that is what we look for, not the super jump in price, okay? We like to have continuity. We like to see that our watches that we wear daily and we enjoy and we use and we scratch, anyway, keep the value or increase in value. This is what really makes this Rolex market so interesting. An advice that I want to give you is that either you buy a vintage piece or a modern piece, your watches must be with warranty. Here we have 2 examples of Rolex guarantees. But you know that Rolex watches lose lots of value when they don't come with their papers. Keep studying, keep being informed on the market. Rolex watches are still a good investment, but buy for passion. Use your watches, enjoy them. So, I think it's enough for today, and I invite you to like, comment, and subscribe to my profile. As usual, you can contact me anytime on Instagram, Giorgia Mondani. Follow me on TikTok as well, Giorgia Mondani Official, and well, I'm here for anything you need.